All right, it's not a miracle, it's the miracle. I got that right.
Yes.
Straight off her Twitter X handle there. I guess it's always the cheesy line, right? It's a miracle. But you're the one and only. Mjracle Sheppard here, LSU women's basketball. It's her first year with the program. She had quite an audition against LSU last year in Starkville. Best game you played in college, right?
Yes. It was amazing. It was fun, just have the crowd there, all the LSU fans there, Mississippi State fans, and it was exciting. It was an exciting moment, a big history moment too for women's basketball.
Yeah, it was. I think it was a Monday night, right? It was a sold-out crowd, and Mississippi State pulled off the upset, and you played very well that day. And now you're at LSU. Just kind of broad question for you. How are you enjoying it so far? You're on a winning team, big crowd, star players?
Yes. No, it's amazing. The environment's amazing, the coaching staff's amazing. Just being able to have the opportunity to play here is just amazing.
Yeah. And Kim Mulkey, her pitch, what was her pitch to you when you were in the portal?
That you just need a defensive player, a defensive stopper, but also a leader and someone that can contribute and make an impact immediately on the court.
Yeah. And when I was growing up, sometimes we'd hear about coaches who they recruit you and they butter you up and everything is so sweet and nice. And then we show up at practice and it's a whole other person. And what did I get myself into? But it seems to me the Kim Mulkey you get in the recruiting is the same one that you deal with here.
Exact same. She's straight to the point, straightforward, and that's what I absolutely love about her.
You think that it takes, I don't want to say a special player, but it takes a certain makeup to be coached and pushed and made uncomfortable? Yeah,
most definitely, because she holds you to a certain expectation. Just like the fans here, the school, LSU name holds something, and it holds you to a certain expectation. And I feel like she does that every day in practice, every day on and off the court.
Yeah. You mentioned defense.
Yeah.
Most players grow up, they go to the backyard, they say 3, 2, 1. They want to be the person who makes the shot at the buzzer, scores 40 points. Not many people dream about, okay, I'm going to get down in a defensive stance. I got to slide left, slide right. These are the parts of the game that are uncomfortable and not that fun to do. But if you don't play defense here, you're not going to get on the court.
Oh, 100%. And I solely believe that defense wins championships.
And watching you against Tennessee this past Sunday, you took a charge. In your face, you were just so happy. There's something about taking a charge, right? When you've achieved something.
Yeah, no. The day before, she talked about, the team that takes the most charges is going to win this game. And, so we had to put in our head that who's going to be willing to sacrifice their body? It's the little things that you do in a game that puts you ahead, so.
Yeah, and I don't think that shows up in a box score.
No.
And what is your approach defensively? When you get out there, what are you thinking when you get paired up with someone?
Immediately, I'm hoping I'm on their best player, because I know I can lock somebody down. And it's just fun playing defense to me. The feeling of getting a stop, then a score, I love that.
We've seen it with Flage also.
Yeah.
When Flage recently played a game against a player who had gotten the best of her the year before.
Yeah.
Mississippi State, right? And she flipped it, right? And she takes pride in blocking shots and playing defense. And she sets a good example, too, would you say?
Yeah, 100%. I learned from all my teammates. We all take little bits and pieces from each other to help grow our game.
Yeah. This team and its makeup, too. Let's start with Morrow.
Yeah.
I mean, she's always hitting the floor, running into the scores, running into the goal. I mean, she's just relentless energy, huh?
Yes. Her passion and her effort, is unmatched. It's truly unmatched, and I love watching her play every day.
She's got a good makeup, too. I think both her parents were outstanding collegiate athletes and so forth. And you have really the last 2 games, I think you've played 28 and 26 minutes in the last 2 games. They've really counted on you a lot more. What's it been like to play a bigger role these last couple of games?
Honestly, it's just been really fun, just being able to help my teammates out on the court. The bench, coming off the bench is like you get to see the game and experience it like from the bench, and then you get to get out there and actually make your impact and put in the work that you've been doing in practice. So yeah.
Well, and the media and certain players certainly put a lot of weight on starters, right? Who started the game? I started 22 out of 23 games, or whatever the case may be. But you could come off the bench and play a majority of the game, and you could start and play a couple minutes and get yanked. You
Exactly.
know? So I know Coach Mulkey has made a pretty big point that, hey, let's not get too caught up in the 5 that go out there first.
Yeah. 100%.
It's the 8 or 9, right?
Yeah. It's the collective effort. Like, sometimes you may have one player giving you more at different times. So.
And offensively, you scored 8 points this last game.
Yeah.
And I think you hit a 3-pointer as well. So what do you want to bring to this team offensively when you get out there?
Offensively, like, I just want to bring an energy and a spark. Like, offensively, I can be able to get down here and drive, able to knock down an open shot, like, get offensive rebounds, make an impact in any way. But I also want people to know I'm not just a defensive player. I can score too.
Yeah. And from what I understand, Michaela's ability to play the point has kind of opened up some things for you and others, right?
Yeah, most definitely. I think all of our guards are very diverse, and we all have the capability to be moved to any position.
And speaking about Michaela, I think your old coach called her smooth operator, you know, that day. Her ability to score from anywhere on the court, right? Especially shoot from long range. I mean, she's special. She is
really special. And she works at it every day. The work that she puts in is amazing.
This team overall, you're 25-1 as we're sitting here. Your only loss to the defending national champion on the road. Not an easy spot to be in. Kim Mulkey's first 3 years, even winning the national title, the highest LSU's been is a 3 seed in the NCAA tournament. So what about this team as you're charging towards March? How good do you think it can be?
I think it can be great. It's about stacking days here, like as we practice and play and finishing strong with these last couple of games we have.
And you mentioned it the other day after Tennessee, the home crowds at the PMAC.
Yeah.
What's it been like to be a part of this?
Oh, it's been great. Like, I've never seen anything like it. I've never seen a stadium filled every night to the max, and it's a great opportunity to be a part of.
And not only are the fans coming, it's not just a lot of people. It's glittery jackets.
It's
fat heads. It's signs.
It's everything. It's everything, and they definitely bring the energy that we need every game.
Yeah. I've heard players say before, you know, well, it doesn't matter if there's 5 people or 15,000. We're going to play hard.
Yeah.
But it's kind of hard to go at it when you're in an empty arena and you hear sneakers squeaking and everything, right? I mean, the home crowd really does lift you.
Yes, they do.
Well, and then you want to be here for a couple of rounds in the NCAA tournament.
For sure. We really do.
So they'll be in your corner. It looks that way at the present time. What about some personal things about you? So your name, for example.
Yeah.
There's a special story there and how you spell it and so forth.
Yeah, so like it was just a really hard birth for my mom. Like, she was hospitalized. She was induced early, and I still didn't come out for like 3 days. It was a 3-day birth. And she was just like, I need to change it. I need to change her name to something special. So she decided to change the I to a J to make it unique.
How does she feel about your career?
Oh, she loves it. Like, she's always supporting me, whether she's here or she's at home. She's been able to come out for a couple of games, and it's been amazing. My family family night was amazing. I had everybody here.
That's right. That's a cool thing Coach Mulkey does.
Yes.
The family day where at halftime, I guess there wasn't any time for motivational talk or anything, right? Because they use the halftime to acknowledge you guys at half court with your families and everything.
Yeah.
And so she was able to make it for that.
Yes.
Because you're far away from home.
I am from Seattle, Washington, but originally from Kent, Washington.
I got you.
Yeah.
That's a good 2,000 or more miles away from Baton Rouge.
Yeah, I made the drive there from, here to Mississippi. I mean, from Seattle to Mississippi, I have.
You made that drive?
Yes.
And how long did that take?
It took us like 4 or 5 days.
A lot of stopping for gas. A lot of
Snacks,
stopping to eat.
stay, to rest, yeah.
And you must have seen the whole terrain of America, huh?
Basically, yeah.
You saw desert, you saw mountains, you saw all the way from Seattle to Starkville.
Yeah.
You might be the first person that's ever done that. I don't know. What was it like growing up in Seattle? You grew up a Seahawks fan, or who'd you root for?
I did when Marshawn Lynch played. So, yeah.
They got the best of the Saints a couple of times.
Yeah.
Back then. I was there for Beast Mode when he broke off that long run in 2010.
Yeah.
Let's see, how old were you in 2010? You're a kid.
Still pretty young.
Yeah, yeah. Well, tell me about, so I ran into Gary Reedus, and I said, what's something I can ask Mjracle? And he said, she's a vegetarian. So you don't eat meat of any kind, no
I don't
steak?
eat any meat, no meat at all, no steak, no chicken, none of that.
And when did you start doing that?
It's been over like 5 years now.
My initial thought of that is, would I lose energy, like, steak, red meat, iron, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But you obviously you're a big time athlete at a big time school, so you feel great.
I feel amazing. Like, I have all the resources I need to know how much protein I'm getting and all that.
Well, Rita says he comes in sometimes and says, hey, I got dessert, and it'd be like a bunch of cucumbers or something, or celery.
Yeah, they always crack a joke, be like, oh, Mjracle, here's your grass. I eat more than grass, y'all. I eat more than grass.
That's the old football coach that used to be here, eat a little grass. What about being here at LSU? You go to football games and the campus, and just tell me what's it been like to be a student here.
I mean, it's been amazing, like seeing the campus, going to classes, meeting new people, being able to go to the men's basketball games. Those are really fun. I really need to go to tennis, though. I need to go watch a tennis match. I'm very excited to go do that.
They've been doing well.
Yeah, they have.
Been pulling off some upsets and whatnot. And just the LSU brand, right? I mean, since 2019, with Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase winning the national title, Kim Mulkey, Angel Reese, and Flage, Jasmine Carson winning the national title. Baseball wins the national title that same summer.
Yeah.
Gymnastics last year. I mean, and the Olivia Dunns and whatnot of the world. I mean, LSU's really created this to be a really famous place to be.
Yeah, they have. They made it special for all of us coming in, and people that are returning. Like, it's something special. It's always going to be here.
You're heading down the stretch here. Tell me about going to Texas, because Texas beat South Carolina at home. They're a top 5 team. This is a matchup of 2 top 5 teams. It's on a national platform on Sunday afternoon where a lot of people will be home and watching. What about this game coming up?
I think it's going to be a great game. Today we're going to prepare. We're going to prepare till we get there, and we're studying, watching film, and I think we're all excited. And we know, like when you're home, you obviously have an advantage, but we're gonna play like we're down, so we make sure we're up.
And Bob Starkey, is he kind of the mad scientist in all this, and breaking down the film
Yes.
and knowing these teams inside and out?
I actually went and watched film with him this morning, so we studied real hard.
And he's a veteran that's part of all those Final Fours back there, in the early 2000s with Simone, Coach Simone. So I'm sure he leaves no stone unturned, right?
Oh, definitely not.
And what about Simone Augustus? I mean, that's before your time, but certainly one of the best players in collegiate history, WNBA history, has won multiple gold medals as an Olympian as well, in the Naismith Hall of Fame. Just having her on the bench, I know people from, that watched her play, they just love seeing her sit there.
Yeah. No, we call her Coach Money, but Coach Money always is helpful, like being able to ask her questions and just get instant feedback on like what I can do better or how I can do it better. So.
And what about the other coaches? What do they contribute? Because I think there's 9 or 10 of them sitting there, right? There's a lot of coaches. So I know they all played their part, and it's all part of this machine. You know Kim Mulkey's record, by the way, at LSU?
I don't.
116 wins and 15 losses.
Wow. That's crazy.
101 wins over 500 in just 3.5 years here. So
that's so impressive.
Just overall, what do you guys want to clean up, and what do you feel like you can ride here down the stretch as a team?
I think we want to clean up. Like our offense a little more, get a little more movement, getting a lot more transition, fast breaks, and
What about in the bench two play? I mean, the other day, Gilbert. We just need Gilbert to play against Tennessee every game, right? She's going to average like 30 points a game. But
yeah.
you know, shooters, any shooter is going to go through a stretch where the shots aren't falling.
Right.
She had that between the two Tennessee games. Comes back, and when she comes in and scores like that, it seems like it really sparks this team.
100% it does. I feel like she makes a big impact coming off the bench.
Does she have a chip on her shoulder?
Yeah, she does.
Yeah, because the first time I think she got up there, she talked about, you know, they were bad-mouthing me in the portal, and they said I wasn't this and said I wasn't that. And the second time she got up, it was Tennessee was late to call me in the portal. It's kind of the Michael Jordan thing, right? I took that personal.
Yeah. 100%. She does. I think she does take that to heart, and it shows in her work ethic.
And Wolfenbarger's a player who, early in her career at Arkansas, shot a lot of three-pointers. You know, she was on the perimeter, and now she's playing more on the inside. Looks like she's getting a little more tougher as the year's going on and scrapping down there a bit.
Yeah, I think everybody's pushing her to be better, and I mean, that just comes with our post play. Like, Coach Bob is going to constantly be on them no matter what.
Yeah. All right. Well, I appreciate your time. Is there anything else that you want people to know about Mjracle Sheppard?
Not that I can think of.
What are you majoring in?
Interdisciplinary studies.
Okay. All right.
I got 4 minors.
So you want to play basketball for as long as you can.
Absolutely.
But when you stop playing?
I'll probably be on my own business and something.
Okay. All right. And it's amazing how many, like we were talking about LaDasia Williams yesterday, who was a big part of the national championship team and playing overseas. And
Yeah.
there's a lot of opportunities to play, right? You just got to be willing to say, hey, I'm going to move to another country. And
100%. And they got the new Unrivaled League, so.
Yeah. Good deal. Well, thanks so much for your time.
No, thank you.
Enjoy talking to you, and go Tigers.
Yes.